What would we do without college football? I don't want to know the answer. Week 3, 71 games, let's go. Very strange game on Thursday night. Wake Forest opening kick to the house, then a food truck catches on fire, but it only gets worse for the Demon Deacons. They let a big man of 280 pounds get a pick 6. Look at him go. All right, I hear it. Indiana's played no one, wham, but I'm buying their stock. They're going to F around and find out next week against Illinois, which should have been college game day. ESPNU frauds. The Mendoza brothers threw for 7 combined touchdowns. That is some golden sperm right there, man. I always think of Colgate toothpaste when I see this team. They're always in the NCAA tournament for basketball. Anyways, Fran Brown, all that running you made your guys do after the UConn win paid off. The Buffs have zero identity. Are they a running team? No. Are they a passing team? No. They don't even know their quarterback situation. They weren't physical enough on the lines to keep up with Houston. They need to do some soul searching fast before it gets ugly. Connor Wegeman is having a revenge season at quarterback for the Cougs. They can run the ball. I'm happy to see them relevant. The final score was close, but Arizona dominated this game. K-State's offense just disappeared over the offseason. Why? I couldn't even tell you. It's the Ireland curse. Don't send your team to Ireland week 0. This was 3 hours of my life that I'll never get back. UCLA's offense was the most discombobulated thing I'd ever seen. No one was on the same page. Dudes were just jumping on false starts, not even getting set multiple times. 13 penalties for over 100 yards. Nico was never on time with routes with receivers. To put it simply, it doesn't look like this team practices. Deshaun Foster is out. Credit goes to UNM. Great win for the program, and they just made $1.2 million for this. Check out the trickery from Bama. Ryan Williams, 165 yards receiving. Great momentum for the Tide, but Wisconsin fans will tell you themselves things aren't working out with head coach Luke Fickell. This could be the worst team in the Big Ten. What a game. Tech fans deserve something like this at home. Early on, Tigers missed this 52-yard kick. Remember that. Cade Klubnik takes Clemson on the drive to tie it. Bang. But do not let 9.5-inch Haynes King get the ball on a possible game-winning drive. This guy is nuts. He says, give me the ball and get out the way. With no timeouts, Aiden Burr and the field goal unit had to rush on the field to get it up, and oh my, that is a nuclear freaking bomb. Clemson eliminated from the playoffs. Dabo, you failed in your do-or-die year, and Georgia Tech, you are now up there with Miami and FSU in the ACC. It just looked weird on the schedule that Oklahoma was not hosting, but traveling to Temple, and it went exactly how you'd expect. John Mateer, see you later. Fake so good, the cameraman needed a map. Troy's offense did not cross midfield until 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Trojans, 112 total yards. The American is loaded this year with Tulane, USF, Memphis. I'm all about it. What a coincidence. Sharon Morris suspended for the game against Central Michigan, but not OU. Wow, Bryce Underwood went crazy. Wolverine fans hope he can bring that on the road against Nebraska. Gonna be a good one. The Kai Rowland, 100-yard pick 6. Geez, well, Maryland, congrats. You will not be the worst team in the Big Ten this year. Thank UCLA and possibly Wisconsin. 379 yards on the ground for Virginia and a program record 700 yards of total offense. Nice job. Nebraska's gauntlet of a non-conference schedule continues. Last week, Akron. This week, Houston Christian. That is unfair. Give them 3 bye weeks in a row and put them in the playoff right now for their SOS. Slow start for Oregon. They didn't score till the end of the first quarter, but realistically, the talent discrepancy was insane. It looked like they were just cruising along while barely digging into the playbook. The Ducks didn't have something to prove like they did last week thanks to Mike Gundy. Tough game for Samford, but check out this beauty of a touchdown. The rainbow pass. What do y'all know about it? This is what we were waiting for. A clash of the Titans in the MAC. Oh yeah, baby. Back and forth game. Buffalo goes up 10 late in the third with a long touchdown run, but Kent State gets back-to-back touchdowns, including this bomb right here. The Bulls did get the last laugh from Taquan Robertson strike to Victor Snow. Mac, you outdid yourself today. South Alabama, this is a solid group of 5 program. They almost beat Tulane last week, and despite trailing 28-9 in the second half, they made this game somewhat interesting. Yeah, Auburn fell asleep. They're ready for SEC play. Ahmad Hardy, Mizzou's running back. He's getting zero national attention, but has been dominating every week. A cool little 71-yard run here. 250 on the day with 3 touchdowns. Bro is averaging over 8 yards per carry this season. This was an entertaining game. The scoring opened with a block punt return. Ball State got off a few massive touchdown runs, and they almost choked in the end. UConn, I'm sad. 2024 was a great stepping stone year. Now you're losing to brand new FBS Delaware. Great story for the Blue Hens, though. We're not even going to talk about overtime. UConn defense, what are we doing on both of these plays? The tackling, this is every coach's worst nightmare. UTSA's quarterback Owen McCown, the son of legendary Josh McCown, went 29 of 35 with 4 touchdowns. First win of the year for the Roadrunners. Let's go. This game was awesome. I learned a lot. Gunnar Stockton is not a bad quarterback. You need to chill with that. Georgia's defense is not as good as I thought either. That seriously concerns me. If you play defense like that, you are not winning a natty. Joey Aguilar is him. Doesn't matter if it's Syracuse, East Tennessee, Bishop, Sycamore, Georgia. Man, Vols, you had it. You really did. And your kicker is good too. That was unfortunate. I can't tell if the offenses are really that good or both defenses need work. Only time will tell in this crazy SEC. Rockets, 43-point second quarter. I've never seen such a thing. That's like when Klay Thompson scored 37 in the quarter for the Warriors. Beavers, 8 total rushing yards in the contest. Bad special teams, no defensive pressure, no secondary. It's bad. I'm only being hypercritical because it's my team. Texas Tech didn't even play their best ball. They didn't need to. They stopped trying. I forgot the Backyard Brawl was on this weekend. There were so many other hype games, but it was fun. What a comeback from the Mountaineers. 10-point deficit with under 6 to go. Field goal, 21 yards. Yes, sir. They get the ball back after a stop, walk down and score with 11 seconds remaining to tie. Smash mouth football takes the lead and the defense holds up in OT. How do you lose to Ohio and then do this in the next week? Close at half, MSU cruises in the second. If Aiden Childs continues to play like this, Michigan State is a sleeper and not someone you want to face in the Big Ten. How often do you see this? Rutgers scored their first 2 touchdowns on block punts. That's all you need to know. This is a game that Purdue would have lost by 50 last year. Props to Barry Odom for flipping this team's fast. What are we looking at here? No, it's a disaster. What? And a big man on the loose again for USC. Look at it go. Go, big man. Let me tell you about an app I've been using called Kalshi.com. It's the only place you can bet on college football in all 50 states. Kalshi is the first and only legal prediction market that lets you bet on real-world events, whether it's elections, Grammys, Bitcoin, sports, almost anything. Let's look at the markets. Michigan at Nebraska. Nebraska with a 45% chance to win, meaning if you bet yes for 45 cents, you are going to more than double your payout. Kalshi has markets on almost everything. They have over 1 million users in all 50 states and have facilitated over $1 billion worth of trades. It's the only place that you can bet on college football in all 50 states. So put your money where your mouth is and sign up using my link in the description. And the first 500 traders that trade 100 contracts will get a free $10 credit. Penn State played an FCS cupcake again. Highlight of the game, Nova's on the verge of getting shut out. Time expiring until this prayer of a jump throw and a one-handed finish on both ends. That is ridiculous. Missouri State's biggest home game in school history. They take a lead 10-0. This could be a storybook moment. Then reality struck. The Mustangs woke up and shut them out the rest of the contest. Holy smokes, the Pac-12 had a day. 5 turnovers for the Cougars, down 42-3 at the half. What are we doing? BBL Belichick got another free win. Gio Lopez is fully healthy at quarterback, and he looked all right. Since he outgained Northwestern State 449 yards to 45 yards in the first half. Brendan Swordsby had 5 touchdowns in the first quarter. Another Klay Thompson-like stat. Oh my goodness, everyone's now hyping up the Clones. Big 12 champs, playoffs, Rocco Beck. If it wasn't for self-inflicted wounds, Arkansas State could have taken the lead in the fourth quarter. Arch Manning has the yips. 11 of 25 passing where he went on an 0 for 10 streak. Completion percentage isn't everything, but a lot of these were wide receivers that were wide open. You're supposed to be competing for a national title. I'm not trying to be that guy that opts on the train in 8s, but Texas will lose 3 more games at this rate despite their amazing defense. Miami knew not to sleep on the Bulls, and man, I'm impressed. A wire-to-wire win. The front 7 contained Byron Brown, didn't let him run wild. The offense, and more specifically the wide receiver room, is second to none right now. Middle Tennessee was being shut out until the fourth quarter, until they scored on back-to-back possessions, including a game winner with 20 seconds to go to get the first win of the season. Wow, the MAC is really flexing its muscles in non-conference play. Bowling Green physically dominated Liberty and wore them down in the fourth. When you need a game-winning touchdown to beat FCS Monmouth, I know they're a good FCS team, that still says a lot about your season. USF Miami, Florida. No, this is the ultimate state of Florida rivalry. FAU had a massive third quarter with 3 touchdowns and pretty much just ran the clock out in the fourth. Marshall, first win of the season, 263 yards rushing, only 14 pass attempts. Yeah, they ran every play and 8 in FCS. Don't come at me and say I don't know ball. Did you know what Merrimack College was before this? They're an FCS independent out of Massachusetts. I don't know. College football with a mercy rule. I love it and also hate it. Both coaches agreed to play 10-minute third and fourth quarters to reduce injury risk. It's been a while since State's been 3-0. Come on now. Southern Miss hasn't won a Sun Belt Conference game in nearly 2 years. Until now, Ian Foster, 99-yard pick 6. Yeah. 7-0 Prairie View. Stop the count. Stop the count right now. It is the SEC. Where is the defense? 20-yard play, touchdown. That's how it felt. Both quarterbacks were amazing. Taylor Green of Arkansas and Rebels backup quarterback Trinidad Chambliss is the truth. Arkansas had the ball late with a chance to take the lead and win, and they fumbled straight up. Murray State races to an 0-3 record. You see what I did there? Hey, that's my real laugh, man. Holy Swiss cheese defense. 45 points to Old Dominion. Hokies didn't score in the first half. Brent Pry, you should be fired. Some dudes kept trying to tell me for 3 years straight that VT was a sleeper team in the ACC. Come on now. Old Dominion, awesome win. And remember, they played well against Indiana. I'm not sold on Illinois. They're a top 15 team, not a top 10 team. Anyway, slow first half. Coach Bielema spanked them on the butt in the locker room, and they cruised. This game was seriously in jeopardy early on. Twitter was in an upset alert frenzy, 13-9, but then the athleticism took over for the Bucs. They just gave the ball to Jeremiah Smith and said, do your thing. Dalen Cobb, check this out. Meow. he's gone. Jack State was down 2 scores in this game at one point, scored 17 unanswered to go up 3 late in the third. Then they go dormant. That is blue ball. Iowa and 47 points don't feel right. But yes, Hawkeye fans were burning Mark Gronowski's jersey last week. Chill out. UMass went 0 for 10 on third down and 0 for 2 on fourth down. Wow. Notre Dame is eliminated from the playoffs. This is why being conference list sucks. Both teams shot themselves in the foot. Texas A&M had many penalties that extended Notre Dame drives and a holding call that caused a kickoff return to come back. But Notre Dame made the big one with the failed PAT plus a huge holding call that opened the door for the Aggies' game-winning touchdown on a long 4th and goal. Stunner. Texas A&M always finds ways to lose these games, so this has to feel sensational. Interesting game. On paper, huge blowout, but EMU nearly matched Kentucky in yards. They just couldn't finish on drives and went 1 for 4 on 4th down. I want to credit LSU's defense for causing DJ Lagway to throw 5 picks, but after watching Miami destroy USF and Clemson lose to Georgia Tech, this win is not all that special. LSU had 1 offensive touchdown. They were horrible on third downs, and the run game wasn't amazing. Did you guys see Brian Kelly's absolute rage in the press conference? Yes. Sek ran for 354 yards. That offensive line deserves a steak dinner and some top for the rest of the week. Missed field goal, punt, fumble, interception, interception, fumble, fumble. I'm reading out Coastal's drive log. Vanderbilt is America's team. Everyone said the shit talking was going to come bite them. No, the defense, the Doors forced 4 turnovers, 3 yards per carry on the ground. Unfortunately, Lenora Sellers got injured. Always hate to see that, but how about Diego Pavia with a fine game? Vandy will be 5-0 facing Bama in a few weeks. Book it. Absolute cinema. No one's talking about TCU because they had a bye week after the Belichick win. Josh Hoover slings it 30 to 40 times a game and is very underrated. Big 12, watch out. Please, Service Academy in the playoffs. I need it. I need it. Jake Retzlaff, 4 rushing touchdowns. It is just backyard football now. He set a school record. Both teams, man. Penalties galore. Anyways, Duke made it closer with 2 late scores. 2 Power 4 wins for Tulane. I am riding that green wave. Your girl was riding my green wave. Another weird Power 4 going on the road for a group of 5. 3-0 at half, upset alert. Utah had 311 in the rush attack, and Devin Dampier improves his perfect season. 7 touchdowns, 0 picks in 2025. Have you ever seen the game start like this? An opening kickoff return for touchdown by UAB. Then Akron comes back on their first play from scrimmage with a 75-yard tutty. How about them apples? Utah State's quarterback is a pig farmer. I bet you didn't know that. Yeah, the pig farmer scored 5 touchdowns. Maybe Florida should get a pig farmer. You listening, Billy Napier? I'm putting you on game. Well, the Pac-12 future is bright. Oregon State, Wazoo are programs of the past. I'm putting my mortgage on the Bulldogs. The Mountain West is down this year, by the way. Arizona State had to win this. I cannot overstate how embarrassing the loss in Starkville was last week. That did collateral damage to the Big 12 Conference in the playoff race. This could be candidate for touchdown of the year. First the jump throw and then the hurdle to finish off. Still wild to me that this is a conference matchup. A 10:30 p.m. start for those BC fans back at home. I applaud your dedication, but this game had me perplexed. Stanford rushed for 19 total yards last week against BYU. Then they dropped 229 last night on BC. What are we talking about? Probably Bill O'Brien's worst loss ever. I don't think it can get worse than losing to Stanford. Quintessential mid-ACC versus mid-Big Ten late at night too. Very evenly matched game, but this play right here, the muff punt, ruined it for the Gophers. Ouch. The Bears have an easy ACC schedule. Watch out for them to make some noise. Portland State, a now 0-4 FCS team. Hey, I wouldn't care. The players get a free trip to Hawaii. They definitely lived it up.